Let me get this going better here. Go, 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 go. Up, 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 up. And then I'm going to get Instagram going. Which I don't know how much I'm going to do on Instagram moving forward because it's not really my jam. But I am working on doing a live every week. And I don't know if I want to do it Sunday nights or Monday midday. So let's do a little bit of a roll call. Comment your name and where you're from so I can say hi and you can say hi and we can say hi to each other. In the meanwhile, let me get Instagram going. Let's just go here. How do we go live on Instagram? Oh, snap. I just saw a crazy video of someone getting run over on Instagram. Let's do this. Like this. I like this. I like that. I like this and like that. All right. Here we go. There we go. I like this. I like that. Okay. So, checking connection. You are now live. All right. So we're live over here on YouTube, and we're live over here on Instagram. And I need to take some of my inhaler because my throat is driving me nuts. So hold on 1 second. I threw it over here in this bag. I threw it over here in that bag because I get annoyed with this stupid thing. Dawn Armstrong, hello. Say hi in the chat. See where everyone's from. Oh my god, I hate this thing. So, like I said, once a week, we're trying to determine, do I want to do the live Sunday night, like 9 o'clock my time, because that's really the only time when Joshua's home that I have time away from Joshua because he's just gone to bed. Or do I want to do it at a time like now on, what is today? Monday, when he's at daycare and it's more in the middle of the day. But I'm thinking Sunday is probably the time to do it because people are at work right now. So it's just but the thing is, East Coast people, so right now it's 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 Eastern time. Oh my God. Such a mess. Such a mess, man. So I got diagnosed with asthma last November, which really sucks. Like, honestly, it's really, really frustrating. I have to use this dumb inhaler. Anyway, so last night I was telling people about the week last week and the week before that, because we went on this cruise with everyone in the family. There was 12 of us that went on this cruise. It was a lot of fun. Royal Caribbean. We went down to the Bahamas. And when I got back from the cruise, I was so excited to have Joshua go back to daycare. Not gonna lie. So excited for him to go back to daycare and just go on with life, right? Well, Joshua, I guess, had this little trick up his sleeve and decided he wanted to catch a bacterial infection while we were, Kiana, hi, this infection while we were there. So we get back from the cruise, literally the day, that Friday, that Saturday, I noticed he had these bumps on his lips and he gets this bacterial infection and I can't bring him to daycare all week long because it's highly contagious. I don't know how I didn't catch it. Thank God, I didn't catch it. I was like using antibacterial soap like fucking crazy. Oops. And he was out of daycare for 4 days. So he went Monday. No, he was out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then he went back on Friday. But it felt like a freaking week. And now Monday he's back, and it feels so good. We are potty training. I wish I could show you guys. Hold on, Instagram. I'm over here on Instagram. Instagram, say hello to YouTube. Wait, how do we do this? Instagram, Instagram, say hello to YouTube. YouTube, say hello to Instagram. How funny. I also wanted to go through this video. I'm gonna put that there. I wanted to go through this last video I posted with you guys because it got some really nice comments and things like that. And we could like kind of have a conversation about that, which is, oh, Skater, how's it going, bro? Which would be really nice because it's I gotta respond to these comments anyway. But I posted this video on YouTube about Joshua's EEG and Gays with Kids is here. So I'm streaming on YouTube over here and then also on Instagram here. So Joshua, if you don't watch my YouTube, just so you know, Joshua deals with a few different disabilities, and I've just been starting to be more open about these things. And one of them is, well, we're trying to determine, is he having seizures, right? He does these things with his eyes and they go back and forth and they like roll up, and then sometimes he'll like blank out. He's been seeing a neurologist for some time about this, amongst other disabilities that he struggles with, severe disabilities, which I haven't felt comfortable sharing yet. But the video that I just put out was we got the results of the EEG that he had done. There was a video that I did a couple, maybe like 2 months ago now, where he had to get a 4-hour EEG done. And so it was long, it was gruesome, but we did it. And now this video is the results. So there are some people who commented some really sweet stuff. One person says, "You're doing an awesome job. At least you have the services on board. I have a 17-month-old that he is now having an early intervention play therapy. He's also going to have speech therapy and possibly OT. We as foster parents, we just have to advocate for these children. He's 20, his 2-6 hearing is tomorrow." Wow. Keep up the good parenting. So that was 22 hours ago. Susan Klein, she posted that on the last video. That's a doozy. Okay, so first off, let's rewind a little bit. I'm gonna say hi to these people here on Instagram. So what are we talking about? So Joshua receives physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and he sees a child development specialist every single week, with the exception of physical therapy. He sees each of those twice a week. So he's getting 7 sessions per week. Tomorrow, we go to be evaluated so he can see a food therapist because he is very particular on the foods that he will eat. Sorry to hear about all you're going through. Thank you so much, Gays with Kids. Thank you. Yo, I'll tell you what though, it's like a never-ending story and it is exhausting. But I do it and I fight for this kid a lot. I was on the phone with regional center here in California last Friday, and I was like screaming. I was yelling at them. And I wasn't screaming, but I was not happy. And there's like, I just don't have any sense of leeway when it comes to Joshua and getting the services that he needs. And I'm not a fan of a lot of the state services in California because I hear horror stories. Some of the things that I deal with them is just absolutely ridiculous. They went on strike last week. Regional Center went on strike last week, and the representative that Joshua has that deals with his entire case, where he gets all of these services I just explained, all of these services, goes through this one representative, and she was one of these people that went on strike and couldn't do the decency to put an email notification that she's out of the office for the time they were on strike. I was so upset. I was talking to one of the supervisors, and I said, look, I'm very upset right now. It has nothing to do with you. You're not the one, yada, yada, yada. And that's when she told me that they went on strike. And I was like, you know, I understand people need to strike and whatnot, but people in positions like regional center and that are providing services for children with disabilities, they have to understand you're dealing with real human lives. Like, if you have an issue with your job, find a way to strike or do whatever you need to do in a way that is not stopping services and stopping and putting people's lives in very, very stressful situations, especially parents, because parents are like having to fight for these services for their children. And then you go and do like what she went and did. It's extremely, extremely frustrating. I'm just the person that's not going to sit back and just like take it. I literally talked to an executive director at Regional Center because I was so pissed off, and I know how to find phone numbers because I'm just like, I gotta like that, yo. Anyhow, so what this person's saying, so obviously they're a foster parent, and in the foster industry, sucks, but it is an industry. In the foster care world, like, foster parents just get it. There's something about being a foster parent that if you haven't done it, you just don't fully understand it. And then those that have done it, there's like this sort of this bond or appreciation, or not, I think acknowledgement is the right word. There's this acknowledgement of the struggle that you go through as a foster parent is not roses. It's not even roses at all, to be very honest with you. So yeah, she's just saying she does play therapy, speech therapy, the 2-6 hearing, which is really, 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 really cool. So 2-6 hearing, I'm fairly certain, I'm like 99% certain the 2-6 hearing is when the termination of parental rights. So when you have a child, like Joshua's case, I had him, and his case took 1 year for the parental rights to be terminated. And sure, some people could be like, that's not, why would you celebrate that? And then there's other people that celebrate that. Guess what? I'm someone who celebrates that, because if a parental rights are being terminated, it's probably because they deserve to be terminated. So congrats to you, Susan Klein. Thank you for commenting that. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna respond to that right now. That is so awesome. I love that you are giving your child everything that they deserve. Let me know how the hearing goes. Okay. Next one from yesterday's video. So let's back up to the video. So it turns out Joshua, they're not able to find out if he is having the seizures or not from that EEG. Also, I want to say again, Instagram, if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm streaming on YouTube. YouTube, if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm streaming on Instagram as well. So they're not able to determine if he is having seizures. However, after the 4 EEGs that he's done in his life, he's had MRIs as well. They are saying that he's showing signs of having epilepsy. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to explain this perfectly, but like, apparently when toddlers show signs of epilepsy, he's showing those signs. So I think that's the next route that they're going. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Ian. Hi. Oh, hey, guys. Ebermans. What was I going to say? He's showing these signs of epilepsy. When we were there, when I was filming this video, there's a part where I kind of cut out, and that's because the doctors came in and they told me that. They're also doing genetic testing because they want to determine, they want to see, is he predisposed to any certain ailments that are genetic for him. I did get the testing back. I did see the results. There was a lot of medical jargon in this thing. It wasn't like a 23andMe test. Like, this sucker was crazy deep. It was intense. And I guess it's one that only like they do. I don't know if it's like just for medical professionals, but then the parents have access to it. But this thing was intense. And there is something in there that, is concerning, but I have to wait until our follow-up because I need the doctors to explain it to me. This one's sweet. This comment from yesterday's video says, I love watching your YouTube. Thank you so much. Love you. Good job, Joshua, by pushing the mess you made on the floor to clean it up. Oh my God, this kid, y'all, like, I was filming this video and I was not happy. I was not happy. That boy that morning, he was stressing me out so bad. This single parenting stuff, it isn't meant to be done alone. Parenting is not meant to be done alone. Like, it's so much work. And so the morning when we went to get these results, he was pissing me off. Just like, there's just no other way to say it. He was pissing me off all morning. And he kept, like, we get to the hospital, children's hospital, and he just starts making all these weird noises and sounds. And he's like all morning long, and like no whining or anything, just the most obnoxious sounds. And on top of that, I'm dealing with the doctors because I was running late and sure it was my fault. Hi, Amanda. Running late and sure it was my fault and whatnot. But like, it was just too much. So we get into the doctor's office to see the neurologist, right? We're getting the results for this test. And this boy, when they at the doctor's office and they pull that little paper sheet over the little bed thing you sit on, he is taking it, and you see it in the video. He's ripping it all apart, and like just the tissue paper thingy that goes across the whole bed, ripping it apart into tiny little things. And I'm just so frustrated with it. And he's throwing it all on the floor and he's laughing. And if you know anything about Joshua's laugh, it's the most cute, adorable laugh in the world. So how can you be mad at it? But I was. And he just makes this humongous mess on the floor. So here I am, recording a little bit at the doctor's office, and then I have to pick up all the crap on the floor. And that's what this person's responding about. Just saying good job for making a mess. It gets to be a lot, y'all. It gets to be a lot. And especially when you're doing it and you're there at this doctor's visit to get results that are really important. It's just like, sometimes it's all just way too much. I just can't do it sometimes. I feel like I just feel like this is just too much for one person. So I just got to say, those of you that have two parents out there, two parent households to help with these sort of things, like, please recognize how lucky you are. What's this person say? Sweet boy looks great. Thanks. Oh, Amy Plaster. Amy said sweet boy. Oh, Amy. What's this say? I want to foster or adopt a child with a condition or disability in the future. Okay. I may also have epilepsy. Okay, well, I guess I can understand a little bit more. I was adopted as well from Russia. People don't know how many thousands of kids are waiting for years. That's so true. Thank you for getting this beautiful boy into your life. First off, I have to thank God for getting him into my life. He is a handful, but he is the most amazing thing ever to happen in my life. Like Joshua will literally, he'll literally like go over here and get some like a blanket in the TV thing down here. I have blankets, right? He'll go get a blanket and he'll walk over to the sofa as I'm sitting on the sofa. Sorry, Instagram, you can't see that stuff over there. And he'll climb up on the sofa with the blanket and he'll like lay on me and pull the blanket over him. He is just the most loving, sweet little boy ever. But he's also a 2.5-year-old and he drives me nuts. But I'm interested. So this is McClooney. I don't know how to say. Sometimes people have really hard YouTube handles and things like that. So, yeah, there are, I believe now there's 450,000 kids in foster care. I believe it's 450,000. It was 400,000 for a very long time, but I think it's gone up. So, and there are kids waiting for years and years and years and years and years in life, of their life to get adopted. And the sad part is, in my opinion, you know, there's a lot of people that give people crap for wanting to adopt a child out of foster care. And it's like, what do you want? You want those kids to just sit in foster care forever? They're looking for homes. They want homes. There's so many kids that want homes. And then there's the other side that I believe that the foster care system itself is so horribly backwards that they try and give kids, oh, there's a fly I can't wait to kill later, back to parents that just don't deserve to have their kids back. But that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother time. What's this other comment say? It's okay, Joshua. The tissue paper just feels like it needs to be shredded. It doesn't, though. It doesn't need to be shredded. What the tissue paper needs to be done is it needs to lay on that little bed in the doctor's office and needs to sit there and do nothing. And Joshua needs to sit there and do nothing. And Dad needs to sit there and do nothing. And it would have been so nice. But no, not Joshua. He had to rip it all up. The vacation will be really nice. Yes, we went on a cruise last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. Glad your son is all right and not needing the brace anymore. Best of luck. Well wishes and prayers for health, longevity, and joy. So here's a little a little update on what this person's talking about on the comment from yesterday's video. So I shared that we went on the cruise. I just told you all that. In the video, I was explaining that I went on the cruise, me and Joshua, and that video will be out at the end of this week. It's a lot to do. A lot to do. There's so much footage. And then the other thing that they're mentioning is the brace. So because of Joshua's cerebral palsy, he has cerebral palsy on the left side of his body. His left foot kind of leans outward a little bit, and he doesn't have the same strength on his left side of his body that he does on his right side of his body. So the doctor, the orthopedic doctor, orthopedic doctor? No. What is the doctor? Why can't I remember this? The doctor that does orthotics and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Like the occupational therapist and occupational doctor, whatever, one of those doctors, they put him on a brace, a foot brace. But I wasn't really a fan of the foot brace. I was like, this isn't gonna really be a thing. He just wasn't doing well on it. He was falling more. The shoe that he needed for it was way too big for him. And I know my son, he needs to be pushed and he needs time. So there are so many things with medical stuff that the doctors always tell me, okay, well, we can't diagnose until 3 years old. We don't want to do this until 3 years old and this until 3 years old. And I just thought to myself, well, why are we putting a brace on this kid's foot? if he's not 3. At that time, he was only 2. Now he's, 2.5, a little bit older. But I just didn't understand, like, why. I just thought to myself, like, if we're not doing these other things until 3, why in the world are we putting a brace on him? And I heard a story about someone who said that they had the brace as a child, and what happened to them is that the brace that was put on their left leg to help them be more stable on their left leg, their right leg ended up becoming, like, regressing to where their left leg was at. And I think that was kind of my last straw. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. So I had a meeting with the doctor, the orthopedic doctor, and she had said, it's okay, let's wait. I think until like August or October, or maybe even November, I can't remember. And we're gonna like reevaluate things and see where he's at. We may put a smaller brace, something that's a little different. But she said, like, we're just trying things. Like, we're just trying things, seeing how they go, and we'll go from there. But that's that. I will have to say, in regards to should we do these videos Monday afternoon or Sunday evenings, so far we're probably going with Sunday evenings. I love Instagram. I don't really like Instagram much. But YouTube is my jam, and the engagement on YouTube is on another level on Sunday evenings. So I wanted to try this out and just get a vibe, get a feeling for things. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the last video, it's doing pretty good. It's actually doing really well right now. It's on my YouTube, which is on my bio. Hi, Awesome Mama. Hi, AJ. Check it out. I don't have much more to say unless y'all have questions, but it doesn't seem that way. In the meanwhile, I'm going to get out of here, and you guys are going to get out of here, and we're all going to have a great, wonderful, joyful day. Right? 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 Goodbye, Instagram. Hey, Kevin, how's life? Oh, now someone wants to say hi. It's good. It's good. You just missed the whole live. You just missed the whole live. How long have we been doing this? 27 minutes. We've been talking to myself. Okay, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Someone on Instagram is asking me a question. Friend back home. I was just signing in to Sheesh, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's all okay. But I am going to head out. Oh. Goodbye. 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 Where do we go first? Okay, let's do YouTube. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, you have a good day too. And Instagram at the same time.